Okay, so I haven't made any kind of video content in quite a few years, really, especially not gaming related. So I want to get back into it now that my kids are old enough that I have a little bit of free time available to me. I thought it might be nice to get some stuff done. Now, over the course of many years, I have had the, shall we say, fortune of buying slash receiving from Humble Bundles and stuff lots and lots and lots of games. Games that I have mostly, almost certainly, never played. So, it's about time I got around to some of this. Now, I currently have, well, we'll have a look at things. So, long story short, I want to play some games. I don't necessarily want to commit my life to each one. I just want to, experiment a bit, see how I feel about it. Maybe I continue after that, maybe I don't. But I developed a kind of format I want to work with. So I want to play 30 minutes of a random game that I own on the PC and kind of rate that out of 5. I might play for 30 minutes. I have to play for at least 30 minutes, but I might play for more, depends on the game. Might have additional sessions after the fact with said game, although not as part of this particular format. So let's move over to so I wrote. I'm a software developer these days. I wrote a really, really, really noddy web application so that I could do this in as fun a way as possible. This will be improved as time goes on. So here we go. The PC Game Picker. So I have 1,183 games currently on my PC. That is between Steam, EA, Ubisoft, and Blizzard. Those 4 particular libraries. I have not included my Epic Games library in this yet, although that will add probably another 100 and something, I would imagine. We are not there yet. I will add that in at some point in the future. And Xbox games as well, in terms of the ones I own, rather than the ones that are just Game Pass. There's a handful, but I'm not 100% sure what they are off the top of my head. I can add them in manually later though. So, the PC Game Picker, I have 1,183 games eligible, which means there is currently 1,183 games in the pool for being picked. Every time that I pick a game and play it, I will remove it from the pool, with some exceptions. So, here are the rules. Games listed will be exclusively from what I own on PC, so no consoles, mobile games, etc., and will include Steam, Blizzard, EA, and Ubisoft libraries at present. Multiplayer games may be vetoed, should they require me to have friends, which, as some people know, I don't have many of, and communicate with randos. I don't like communicating with randos if I don't have to. Games that cannot be started without severe third-party support mods, or the servers no longer exist, etc., will be vetoed. So, games that I basically can't start without maximum effort. Games that require a subscription will be vetoed, except where I decide it's worth it. That's highly unlikely to ever be considered worth it, but we'll see what we are when we get there. Where a game has been selected and a superior version is also available, e.g. Dark Souls Remastered, the superior version can replace the game in question down to my discretion. Any eligible game must be installed and played for at least 30 minutes, where the timer starts as soon as new game or equivalent is selected. While the primary goal is to expose myself to new games I've not played before, all games are eligible, including games I have lots of hours in. Where a game is selected that I have an existing save in, a new game must be started, except where this would overwrite the existing save, at which point it is down to my discretion. And at the conclusion of 30 minutes, whether I continue or not, I must review the game's first 30 minutes, and note that this is not a review of the whole game and should not be treated as such, giving it a score out of 5. So I'm going to say 1 to 5, and then like a 0 if we literally can't get past the first part of the game. If there's something like so fundamentally broken the game doesn't work, that's just a 0. They will be exceptions rather than rules. And then, 1 to 5 as a rating for the first 30 minutes. So, how this works is I hit the start button, and a fully randomised list of all games I own will start scrolling down this canvas here. Once that's been going for a little bit, doesn't really matter how long it goes for, it's completely random, as I say, I will hit the stop button, and it will slow down to a crawl, at which point it will land and decide upon a game, which will land between these two lines here. A little bit slot machine-y. I am then to play that game for 30 minutes, unless veto happens for specific reasons, as named in the rules. Remove game from future picks is a button there that I can do for when I know I'm going to play a game or I know I need to remove it from the pool. I can hit that button, that will update the database in the background, and it will never be included in future picks, and the games remaining in the pool will be reduced by however many I remove. Generally going to be one. So, let's do our first one. No idea what I'm going to get here. Let's have a look. So that is now running down a list of games. And whenever this stops on, I will have to play 30 minutes of. So let's see what we get. Something called Desolate. I have absolutely no idea what that is. Let's pull over my Steam library here. Type in Desolate. Right. I'm generally going to look at games on Steam like this. I won't scroll or anything. I won't go into the community hub, anything like that. I'm just going to look at the kind of title page and see if I can get a sense of what we're in for. And I have absolutely no idea. There is a person there with an electrified baton and a backpack. There are some other people that looks like they mean to do said person harm. There seems to be a gun over there. This doesn't look like a particularly nice environment. I have no idea what to expect from this. So, time to hit install. Okay, we are installed. Let's see what this is. Desolate? Don't know. Let's see if it starts first. That's always a good test. We have unknown controller support. That means that it should work with my PlayStation controller, should I need it. Okay, hopefully that's a reasonable audio situation. Right, let's press play. Hit a new game. Are you sure you want to skip the prologue? You'll learn basic controls and learn extra backstory of the island. It is single player only. I am going to get... I need to do like a... I need to get a countdown on my... Do you know what? I wonder if we can get a timer that will play somewhere on this screen. Let's have a look. Okay. That looks like a timer. Let's hit... well, let's first of all select... I don't want to skip the prologue. I suppose that is part of the game, so let's do a prologue. I'm going to start the timer now. Hit prologue.
We did it, Donald. We did it.
Victor, are you okay?
Everything's fine, Donald. Everything's...
Okay, this looks first person. I'm going to risk a mouse and keyboard.
I'll use the sensors to try and help. Be careful. I beg you.
Right. That's very, very, very twitchy. Let's just get my mouse to change sensitivity for a moment. Okay, that feels a little bit better. Screen tearing. Not awful. Oh god, this is... I'm just gonna have to... Right, mouse at normal level, and then we'll change sensitivity in here somewhere. This is never a good start. Oh, a suicide option and an unstuck option always fills me with confidence. Yes, so quality, don't care at the moment. Display, we're playing 2560, that doesn't really bother me too much. Let's get a VSync on. Yes, that's fine. Go back. Controls. Can I get the mouse sensitivity down? Let's put it down to 50 for now. Let's see how that goes. Sprint hold. Oh, is that on shift, I assume? Sprint is on Shift. Okay, that's fine. No, I'd rather have that as a toggle. So apply that. Yes, that's good. Back. And how do I resume? Press escape, apparently. Okay. Alright, that's feeling a bit better. Now, we are on an island, I understand. So let's... Oh, that was... interact with the switch. Oh, okay. A little bit interesting that if I... What's crouch? No, that's a character sheet. Okay. Oh, eat. This is a survival game, is it? Okay. The switch is weirdly only highlighted when I go several inches below it. So that's fascinating. Any more in switches that require me to go 7 inches below them? What about you? Oh, I can actually interact with you by clicking anywhere around here. That's fairly reasonable. That makes things go green. I keep pressing C to stand up. Was it control? There we go. Okay, I'm going to leave those two as is. That was an interesting texture thing that happened there. So, let's have a look around. That looks problematic. What was that? Like a... So when I jump, there's, I want to say, a stamina or something bar. Can't get in there. So let's try and escape the cold. It looks like those toxic dudes from Half-Life 1 have been spitting around here. Okay, some peeps over there. I shall interact with that. It does... I think it was supposed to turn that off the first time as well. There you go. So a journal has been updated. Flashlights. Turn it on with T. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there is some Cyrillic of some sort. Can I... Alright, I don't have like... Oh, I do have an attack. There we go. Can I punch boxes? No.
Victor, I can see you clearly now on the map of the complex. There are blockages ahead of you and no way around.
That person does not seem to be having a good day. Okay, get through the debris. Can I jump over these boxes? Oh, I can get over those boxes, perhaps. Was I supposed to do that? Possibly not. Ah, here we go. Left control to crouch. Yikes. Okay, so we've got an air vent that way, and a you're not getting anywhere this way, although there is some floaty green stuff, yellow stuff. I cannot pick up a screwdriver or a spanner. I temporarily lost control of my character there while I recovered in the animation. Right, let's turn this one off, I assume. Turn it off a second time. I'm wondering if maybe I'm supposed to hold that? I must admit Oh, hello. Yes, must admit I didn't pay attention to whether it told me to press a button or hold a button. Probably turn the light off.
Something strange here.
What do you mean? Wait a minute. I see it. Don't go near it.
But what is it, Donald? I've never seen anything like it.
Judging by the sensors, this entity emits electromagnetic waves. It could be extremely dangerous. Go around it, but throw something from far away first to figure out how far its effect can reach.
It emits electromagnetic waves. So, light. Possibly gamma radiation? I don't know, which form of radiation is it? Oh. Well, it certainly gets sparkly if you go near it. There's a rat. Ah, and it made the rat explode. Okay. Fair. We'll stay away from it. Can't do anything up here. Yeah, I've not come across a reason to turn my flashlight off just yet.
Subject 47 is here. Can you hear it?
Hear it and see it. Do you have any idea what this means? Do you remember how they react to living beings?
I'm looking for a way to defend myself in case I run into them on the way out. Don't worry.
Okay, so that guy seems to be having some issues. Over there is something that's being reflected in a light. Don't know where the light source is. Looks probably like a rat though, if I'm honest. That doesn't look good. Alright, can I go through this door? Nope. Okay. It's not a switch. That looks mildly crazy. Okay, what have we got? Oh, now we're talking. Yeah, these people played some Half-Life. Okay. One crowbar. Hey, hey, hey. Kill that rat. Oh, actually, no, let the rat go. Right. I think the rat's probably going to be the least of my issues here. Right, what happens if I interact with this? Nothing. Okay, well, let's leave that alone as well.
Victor, the door is blocked. Give me 5 seconds. Done.
Search the dispenser. Oh, brandy. Come on in. Take. So, the UI seems decent. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with the UI here. I've never heard of this game at all, and it seems like it's pretty well put together, to be fair. We've got here character perks, we've got status, which obviously you need to eat, drink, be alive, stay warm. Perks, volunteer, skills, abilities, knowledge. So there's leveling involved. To redistribute perks, you need redistribution attempts. To get them, use a nullifier. Okay, so there's a lot going on here, I'm sensing. Right, so we have a couple of things in our inventory so far. Some armor slots, artifact slots. I'm assuming that gives you some sort of modifiers. Weapons, inventory, fine. I wonder if that's... that looks like that might be restricted inventory. Which you may be able to boost with, I don't know, backpacks or something, if it's one of those games. Doesn't really strike me as a tree-punching game, but... obviously there is, yeah, crafting. Which is fine. Okay, decent-looking tutorial area. Some statistics. Research, which is currently locked. And quest log. And then it looks like we've got a map. This is the Apocryphal Island. Okay. Continuing.
Devil only knows why. Doesn't look like I'm wounded.
That's what I was afraid of. 1 second. There's a dining room ahead. Followed by several airmail terminals. Head that way. I'll send a first aid kit to Terminal 5 for you. Just hurry.
You have fallen ill. Press J for details. Oh, I can search the cabinets. Yes, please. There's nothing in there. God, the cooldown to be able to search something is an interesting choice.
You're there. Terminal 5, Victor.
Yeah. 1 second.
Not even a cooldown, I suppose. It happens before you execute, so more of a wind-up. Can jump up over these bars. Yes. Search the mail tube. Oh, a health pack. That'd be useful. Is there a take all? Ah, there we go. F. Nice. Can I search this one? Oh. Right, I should probably make use of that. There we go. Let's roll down here. I'm assuming there's nothing much down in this bit. I didn't have a look at the car, to be fair, did I? That is a weird looking car. Oh, there's a person down there. Alright, so I went down. Oh, no, you don't get to heal yourself. There we go. Learn about moving secretly. Yeah, I did a pretty poor job of that. In stealth mode, you're less visible to enemies and make less noise. Stealth mode is turned on when you're in a crouched position. It does not work if you are under any kind of artificial light source or the flashlight is on. Okay, reason to turn your flashlight off. Stealth mode does not prevent you from being discovered when moving openly or making noise. In stealth mode, striking an enemy from behind will temporarily stun it, allowing you to strike an additional blow. Okay, so it's not like an instant takedown, but it is a stun. Okay, fair enough. Let's turn the light off. Get into a crouch. I cannot search this guy's body, which seems a strange choice. Right, okay. That's oh, and it actually tells you when you're hidden as well. That's useful. I suppose there's a lean or something, is there? No. Oh, I could have sworn I saw a fella just then. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, he's seen me. Oh, yeah. Ah. Right, so I take care of his armour first. Then you go down through health. Fair enough. And I've got some experience points from killing those fellas, it looks like.
Stop. I spotted movement up ahead. It's subject 47.
Of all the... Can you go around?
No, this is the only way.
Well, I guess there's no other choice. I'm going to have to kill it.
Just be here.
Can I not take one of these things? That seems like a good way forward. Or like this thing. That'd be nice. Evidently not. Deal with subject 47, who is some random dude. Okay. Is he going to come at me? So I can block. Okay, and that stops me taking damage. Yes, but also takes stamina. Okay, gotcha.
I seem to be okay. Where to next time?
1 second. Alright. There's a door. It's locked. I don't have access to it. How can I get you out? Wait, let me think. There's gotta be an emergency generator. You need to start it up to get the door open.
I don't remember that area. What's there?
Behind the door. Freedom Hunter.
Voice acting seems competent. Right, you had some cloth and tomato juice. Let's take all. Energy cell. Oh, I've seen you carry that. Okay, so I assume we are putting this in somewhere to turn something on. That looks about right.
I did it. I had to. It's my destiny.
So am I playing the bad guy? At the moment?
Of course, think that the worst has already happened. How wrong we are.
That'd be an interesting twist if the prologue that you play as the person who ruined everything and then the rest of the game spent playing as a protagonist. Okay, what we got left? Just over 10 minutes. Let's play a new game. Okay, so this is potentially a multiplayer game. I'm going to play solo. It defaults to easy. If you're not familiar with survival genre, normal Southern is turned on. Enemies pose a threat. You have to monitor your character's parameters to survive. Seems that's probably the way to give this a go. Start game. Don't think I'm going to take one of those things down with a crowbar.
My task is to guide your activity in your initiative. This includes giving you missions for the new Light One. You are currently located in Bunker Alpha, one of the safest places on the island. Leave the bunker. You need an access code.
What on earth happened there? I played some keys and then the piano made X's and moved. Search the metal box, pick up some stuff, sounds good. What do I have in the old inventory at the moment? Not really. I will take that stick. Okay, so some light switches are occasionally spattered about the place, presumably so that you can try stealthing. Optionally. I do not have a key card yet. How, pray tell, do I go about getting a key card? Seems like none of these doors work. I do have a flashlight. That will be useful as I scour inch by inch this entire area. It's an interesting picture. Some very dead woods. Seems like some sort of very technological thing over the top of them. That person has a, I don't know, like a robot friend of some sort. It's a cool looking hood. Right, any secret books? No. Nothing in the chair. That clock doesn't seem to be doing a lot. Ah, there we go. Or not. I'll turn that one off as well. Am I just turning the lights off? Is that my... Ah, there we go. A key card. Don't think I'm going to need my flashlight out here.
Volunteer. According to my sensors, tell me that the door has been opened. That means you've exited the bunker. You are unable to reply. Two-way communications dead. The island's power station is not transmitting. You must determine what is wrong. The station is located in the lighthouse zone.
Well, I'm here. On Greenwich. It's been 2 years since Day X. Our world has
Day X.
become more dangerous, more foreign. Because of that damn madman. I joined the volunteer ranks at the New Light Conglomerate, wanting to help return our country and the world to the way they once were. Wanting to eliminate all of the horrible things which now filled our planet. The scum that Ogden had birthed into existence. Our ranks weren't just made up of volunteers, of course. There were prisoners, too. But I thought that was fair. This way they could redeem themselves in the eyes of society as they proved their usefulness to it. You might find this hard to believe, but Greenwich is pure hell on Earth. That's where it all began. And that's where New Light plans to send it all back to the way it was. In briefing, they told us danger waited for us here, lurking around every corner. Mortal danger. And not just from the creatures that had overrun the island, but also from the illnesses, or so they would call them, paranormal afflictions. I didn't know much about these things, but I did know I had to stay on my guard.
Okay, so I was playing as the person who caused it all up front. I'm not going to call him the bad guy because it might not have been purposeful. But I am certainly playing a protagonist in that world now. So that is actually a cool way of doing a story. Right. Collecting stuff, that's fine. We can also... What did that tell me? Research. Okay, so we can do research on the madman. Oh. Ah. A dorg. God, aiming this thing is not especially easy. I assume I'm hitting it? Okay. Right, we're leveled up, so... Heal 3 units. So we could use a bandage or aspirin. Use. Okay, let's see what that does. Apparently that happens over time, so that's fine. Not too thirsty at the moment. Anxiety is anxiety. Let me tell you something. My levels are like all the time. Right, so I'm stressed out at the moment, apparently. I'm not sure how to heal that. I can't. I guess I don't have the things for it. We seem to have stopped at 77% there, which is a little disconcerting. Let's try an aspirin. Oh, that goes a bit quicker. Nice, okay. Right, so we've got a Dorg. A madman. Or madmen, because they are just men who are mad. The New Light Patrol. And the Gorlin. Peace-loving herbivore, Grace. Oh, I didn't know it was a peace-loving herbivore. Now I feel bad. Okay, can I do some levelling up? So we are now a level 2 volunteer. I haven't got anything here yet because I haven't studied any skills or abilities. I can study perks. Recommended live wire. The harsh conditions of the Granichny have made your body stronger. Your max health is increased to 125%. Max stamina increased to 115%. Max food increased to 115%. Well, it recommends go with health. That seems like a sensible option most of the time in any game. So let's do that. Select an ability. Lets you dismantle items for scrap. I can see why that would be useful. Your movements go off 50% less sound if you want to do some stealthing. And a 15% chance to get double components when crafting. Alright, well, let's dismantle unnecessary items, so things that you pick up that have no other use, but you can make them useful. So yeah, that seems pretty useful up front. Okay, and then this lists where they are. Gotcha. Okay. We have 20 seconds left of this. I've not yet made it to the first objective marker. Search this wooden box. That is a... what is that? Flower. Yep. Take that. That's it. Okay. Cool. So, let's review the first 30 minutes. So, we did a prologue at the game's advisory compartment. Well, the game advised that we do a prologue. That seemed interesting. It got some vibes in there. Went for a bit more. I think it intended its scariness a bit more than it actually stuck the landing on. But definitely got a vibe across. You got a pretty decent idea of what the world building was starting to shape into. I find it really interesting that you seemingly play the character that caused the catastrophe in the prologue. So you've kind of stepped into that person's shoes. That was really interesting. And then obviously you wake up and you're apparently one of the test subjects. There's some survival mechanics going on an island. I mean, it seems very... Obviously, it doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of building of a base, per se. I didn't see... If we go to... Where was it? Crafting. So you can craft food, basic tools... what does that mean by a truck? A blood suck. I don't know what that means by truck. I don't think you can craft a truck. There's some more food there. Medicine, which includes a joint, that's fun. Armour and components. So this isn't a base building game. I'm not going to be settling down anything anywhere, I don't think. So it seems like the survival aspects are more tailored towards just extra mechanics for you to fiddle with while you're exploring the island, to try and presumably give it a kind of sense of stress that you wouldn't ordinarily have if it were just, without those mechanics. Obviously time will tell on how the game's narrative does and how the exploration works out as to how much that is or isn't needed to keep the player's attention. I will say that the island seems large, so I've so far come out, is that where I came out? Yeah, and now I'm here, and the island is this big, so that's a pretty sizable island. Looks like we've got some towers, so I'm feeling pretty good about what the exploration would involve in this game. Oh, I'm in a fight apparently again. Hello? Hold E to break free. Oh god, he's got my legs. Okay, so combat is not this game's strong suit so far. At least with, I don't know if you end up getting ranged weapons at all, but the melee combat is serviceable. It's not good. Yeah, so combat not I'm just gonna duck down here. Combat seemingly not the strong point of the game, but who knows, you may end up with getting abilities later down the line that make it more fun. Again, I'm only reviewing the first half an hour here, so I can't really speak to it too much other than it's serviceable. Yeah, I like where this game's going. I think this is it's not the best start in the world, but it is a start that would make me think about playing more of it. I may in fact play a bit more of this in my own time. But for the sake of today's video, I think this is seemingly quite decent. I'd be shocked if it fell completely flat after what I've experienced in the first half hour. It has me interested enough that I would be willing to play more. Although I'm not expecting a life-changing Game of the Year contender out of it. But yeah, I'd never heard of this game before today, and I'm glad I started it. So on the 1 to 5 scale, I think I'm going to go with a 3. A perfectly decent, fine first 30 minutes of a game. It's got me interested. I want to play more. It's not terrible. It's not dragging me in. I'm not excited to play more, but I'm certainly willing to play more. So yeah, 3 out of 5 for the first 30 minutes of Desolate. I'm again not sure what the full pronunciation of that would be. Depends on how they intend the word to be used, I suppose. Cool, so that's it. First 30 minutes of Desolate, 3 out of 5. Good stuff.